And away we go. Ball pumped out to this far side, and Emsden trying to get the first touch and doesn't quite manage it. David Carroll, ball upfield towards Paul Reed. Scott not quite picking that one up. Basingstoke have possession on this left-hand side. Slippery, greasy surface, and we've seen even when there hasn't been heavy rain here that it's been a dodgy surface to play on. We've seen many people lose their footing. Wycombe have a throw on. Jason Cousins. Carroll in the middle. Jason Kavanagh now on the far side. Mo Harkin playing into the middle and totally missed there. Reed will come back and win that one. But it's Basingstoke on the attack now. Emsden playing the ball inside. That's Coombs, the number 10. Wycombe, of course, they have everything to lose in this game. 2 efforts in the last minute or so must be encouraging. Now John Cornforth. Ball over the top to no one in particular, and Beale will quite happily gather those all day. And it's the visiting supporters you can hear at the moment, and rightly so. Basingstoke have had one chance and they've taken it. But fortunately for the Blues, it was offside. Now Wycombe coming forward. Jason Cousins inside towards Carroll, but that's a poor pass, but thankfully Cornforth will pick that one up. Towards McGavin, Cornforth, Reed. Lays it wide for David Carroll, might be a bit hard for him. Cousins spinning in that one, but that's punted away. Moen, Cornforth to Carroll, and that's just hit a bit too long there. If you want to turn back the clock, it was 1990 when these teams actually met last, and a 6-0 victory to Wycombe in that particular afternoon. That was in the 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup, and I've got to be honest with you that I can't see a 6-0 scoreline so far. Scott trying to knock that one off, but another good clearance there by Harris. Cornforth, ball over the top for Paul Reed, and he gets a trip there. And I think perhaps he was a little lucky. I don't think that was an intentional foul by the Basingstoke defender. And very unchuffed about that decision. So several Wycombe players over the ball here. What can they do with it? David Carroll, John Cornforth over the ball. Who fancies a strike? It's going to be Cornforth. And it's there! Well, as clinical as you like. And Jason Cousins rejoins play, so Wycombe down to 10 men for a matter of seconds. Good challenge by Harkin, but it may fall to Coombs anyway. Does well. Coombs looking quite impressive this afternoon. So Basingstoke still keeping possession. Emsden screaming for the ball on this far side. Huxford. They're finding a bit of space on that far side is Coombs. Can he work himself some magic here? Left-footed shot. Taylor does well to beat that one away. Emsden straight at Martin Taylor. Didn't see the run of Steve McGavin, so Wycombe just keeping possession. And this Basingstoke side working very hard. Well, that was a bit of a fortunate pass there. Paul Reed out on the left-hand side to Mo Harkin, skips inside one challenge, tries to play Reed in. Reed gets around the goalkeeper. Now, can he finish, or is he going to set someone else up? Header comes out, and for a moment I thought he was going to round the keeper and slide it in, but two defenders back on the line very quickly, and Wycombe have to build again. Carroll, Cornforth on the edge of the area, might fancy his chances again from there. Harkin being instructed by his elder teammate to run at the defender, and both players losing their footing. And I think Mo Harkin a little lucky to get that free kick. They're both slipping at the same time. And John Cornforth, is he going to try from another angle? He's already scored from the middle. Several substitutes warming up. Cornforth clipping this one in. Good save. Gavin, another fine save by Beale. Point blank effort. And Beale getting down very quickly indeed. But Wycombe win possession back again. Here's McGavin, slipping as he goes. And a little untidy play there. I think the conditions causing that foul more than anything else. But David Carroll coming off, and Michael Simpson taking his place in the centre of the park. Otherwise, it's as you were at the beginning of the game. Long punt there towards Keith Scott. Winning the header, but conceding the throw. And it's Basingstoke on the attack again. Ball through the middle. Coombs looking dangerous here, but Ryan working hard to take him out of the game. And I must say, Keith Ryan has been a superb defender since he's been switched to that position, I should say. Cornforth could be played into trouble here if he's not careful, and he was. Coombs working very hard and dispossessing Cornforth very easily. Basingstoke coming forward now. Here's Wilkinson. He's got someone on his left if he wants him. Can't find him though. Coombs being played through. Taylor just off his line in time. And a very tidy piece of play there by the visitors. Scott jumping with Richardson. Cornforth intercepting that one. They've got to make something pay here. Reed pulling away to the far side, but the left back will probably get there first. And that was Emsden tracking back. He looks like he's playing a wide on the left, and they don't seem to be playing with a left back, so to speak. Interesting tactics. Cousins. McGavin losing his footing as he passed the ball. Moen. Now Kavanagh. This Wycombe side just looking a little lost and a bit disjointed. Moen. Cornforth. Ryan. Now he's going to have a foray forward here, see what he can do. McGavin, he's got a bit of space in front of him. Mo Harkin to his left. Cuts inside one challenge. Going to try and put a cross in there, but Richardson is there. Now, another good challenge coming in there from the Basingstoke defence, and they've got a break on the far side as we look. Cornforth was dispossessed. Overlapping run for him coming in here. Getting in behind is Coombs. Gets in the cross. Bundling it behind was Moen. No. Well, I thought Moen got the last touch there. Backing in, Scott trying to get in a header, but that goes through to Beale. Perhaps it's worth mentioning that in the first three qualifying rounds of this competition, Basingstoke were actually held to draws at home and won the replays, which are all away from home. So something to think about there. Here's Mo Harkin. Shot comes in, just wide. And does very well indeed. Cousins up towards Simpson. And the defender has to concede the corner. Well, Wycombe have been anything but dominant in this second half, which is some 14 minutes old. .5, according to the official timekeeper. Corner comes in. Moen is in there. Good save, and it blasted at his own player. Beale hit that one. McGavin, shot comes in. Another fine save by Beale. Reed, another good block. And I'm not quite sure what he's awarded there, whether it's a corner or a penalty. And by the way he's walking, I'd say it's a penalty. Well, several players throwing themselves around in that area. And I think you'll find it was when Paul Reed put in the final shot, the defender sliding in must have used his arm. And the Basingstoke captain, Steve Richardson, just pushing his players away, saying, come on, let's get on with it. So, John Cornforth has the opportunity to score his second of the game. And certainly would make the scoreline look a little more comfortable. And dispatches it in clinical style. 2-0. 16 minutes gone in the second half. And both Wycombe's plays coming from set pieces, and Basingstoke manager Ernie Howe saying we have to be wary of them. And that's precisely what he should have been worried about. And who knows who they might draw. Perhaps a nice local derby against, say, Slough, perhaps, who are currently 1 goal down to Cardiff at home the last time we heard. Or maybe even a game against Watford or someone like that. Could be a useful money spinner. Basingstoke coming forward now. Moen getting an important header in. Ryan battling hard, and he's had a super game, Keith Ryan. Save for his slight error, which thankfully came to nothing. Seems to be the only real 100%er in the side so far. Everyone else looking a little flat. Now driving forward into a bit of space. Tideman trying to set someone up, but puts the ball behind them. Got a bit of space here. Coombs. Well, his reputation comes before him. And you've got to say, on the balance of play, I think Basingstoke deserve a goal, because they've been working hard. And surprise, surprise, it comes through there. Big striker, Paul Coombs. Richardson. Oh, and a poor ball there now. Wycombe have got to profit from this. Paul Reed holding up play until the players can arrive. Good ball onto this left-hand side to Steve McGavin. Well, Basingstoke have filtered back quickly. Now Harkin trying to get round one man. He was surely brought down there. Referee not impressed by that. And Basingstoke break again. Good ball there by Coombs coming through again. Surely he was balked. And a free kick on the edge of the area. And he really has been a handful for this Wycombe defence. I thought for one moment he might have awarded a penalty. Now I've yet to see a referee reach for a card of any description. So got Wilkinson over the ball. Got about 11 minutes to go in this game. Basingstoke only 2-1 down. Shot comes in and it's there! Through a hole in the wall. And it looks like Wilkinson was the goal scorer. And the Wycombe wall was porous at that point. Really was. Up towards Scott Richardson. He's grown a few inches, I can tell you. Simpson. Cap, and that's Harkin. Playing it into the middle. Well, once again, there's no Wycombe players around. Wilkinson squeezing away from two challenges. Coombs peeling away to the right-hand side. Taylor's going to have to use his feet and does well. And if only you could see the benches at the moment. Crossed arms, concerned faces on the Wycombe bench. And nervous anticipation on the Basingstoke bench. And Wycombe looking to take a quick free kick if they can. Simpson. What sort of cross can he provide? Good header away. Cornforth jumping for that one. Kavanagh's in there. Cornforth, he's trying a shot, but there's so many players in front of him. It seemed a futile effort. Lucky deflection for Simpson. Ryan. Now Cousins. Most of the Wycombe team seems to be bunched into the middle of the park. And Keith Ryan playing with fire there. Alan Beaton, who's obviously been given a drill to get forward. That looks a tasty ball over the top towards Reed. Scott's in there. And the linesman flag raised instantly. A lot of disgruntled and unhappy faces around me. Ryan. Coming forward on the far side is Emsden again, and Coombs perhaps a little unlucky there. He was flagged offside. And there goes the final whistle. Final score 2-2, and we're back to the Camrose on a Wednesday or Tuesday week. And some very, very awkward questions are going to be asked of this Wycombe side. Watch this space. Final score here, Wycombe Wanderers 2, Basingstoke Town 2.